A quick reaction to Real Madrid versus Sevilla.
Watching this game for us, a moment of magic today from Luka Modric. He still got it, Luis.
Yeah, still got it. And it was needed something like this because definitely Sevilla has improved in something and needs in defense. Today was fantastic to see all the helps, how they double up in the wide areas to stop the Vinicius Junior, Rodrigo, the players who were using those channels. And in the end, it was needed something. We talked in the pre-show why Real Madrid was going to miss a lot Joselu. And it's in this kind of game when you really miss a player who can stick the center backs into the middle. So in the end, it was needed something special. And it was Luka Modric once again. He's proven that he still got that quality, still got that special thing that he only have the big players. And only 1-0, but it's been the last 3 games where Real Madrid is struggling to find the net.
As Luis already mentioned, today's performance by Real Madrid was kind of lackluster. But you have to see the big picture. We got 3 huge points. I understand it, Sevilla. On paper, this match should be easy. Like, you just walk and you get 3 points. But in reality, what you expect is not always the reflection of the reality. And today, we struggled to score goals, right? And there is a reason for that. First of all, Sevilla came here to play just defense. They had only one game plan, to be defensive as possible. Besides, Sevilla had strong defenders, physical defenders, and we're playing Rodrigo as a, say, number 9 or false 9. That's not ideal because Rodrigo doesn't have the physicality. Again, we also don't have any other option. Joselu got injured without even playing. So for me, at this point, my expectation for Real Madrid is not play beautiful football when you have so many injuries, right? My expectation at this point for La Liga is to win the game. I don't care how they do it. They just have to win the game. And today's match winner is not someone you would expect. The architect was Luka Modric, the oldest player on the pitch. He scored a stunner goal.
Can we go back to the goal that wasn't from Lucas Vazquez as well? What did you make of that moment?
Well, once you see the replay in the manner in which it was shown to the referee, where they slowed it down and they made it big and magnified it, and then you see the touch and you kind of go, oh, I guess there was a foul. But we didn't get there right away. The referee doesn't see it. He doesn't call it. The play goes on. They go on to score. And the referee himself has made a decision. He has made an interpretation. He has made a call. Now it just feels like VAR is getting involved, and we mentioned at halftime, we get into this gray area of re-refereeing the game. Because if you have to stare at something for 4 or 5 minutes in order to make a decision, then it's not clearly and obviously an error. Now, I think in the end they get the call right. I think in the end we got to where we should have gotten to in the beginning. But it took too long to get there, and it just allows the whole system of VAR in La Liga to be sort of questioned and speculated upon because the decisions are not made smoothly and as quickly as they should be. Now, I understand that we want to get to the right decision, and so be it. And eventually, I think we did here.
So I'm not going to argue against this decision, but this is what I'll say. If you take 5 minutes for VAR to decide, what is that? In hindsight, though, if we scored that goal and VAR would not take that time and they would not intervene, social media would go all out. Oh, Madrid got another favor.
To that point, Shaq, and I think you use a great word there, scrutiny. They slowed it down and then they magnified it. And I suppose this has happened before in VAR, but it's not commonly used in VAR, where they have to magnify the image. So now you see, oh, I see it now. Okay. If that's what it takes to make the call, then it's not obviously a mistake by the referee. And at some point, you got to trust the referee on the field who made a judgment call, he made the judgment. He made the decision. We're not trusting it. We're going to VAR. And not only are we going to VAR, we're going beyond VAR because it's not the first replay, it's not the second replay, it's not the third replay, it's now a 4th replay that we have to slow down to the point where now we see it. I don't know that that's why the system is in place.
I think here's where I disagree with L.A. Moreno. Using magnification glass or magnifying, I think that's not a problem. This is a technology, right? When you want to make a decision, you can use magnification. magnify, that's fine. That's the purpose of technology, right? To help us to have less mistakes in the game. But my problem is that taking that long time.
Obviously, on the Sevilla side of things, Luis, what we do know is it hasn't been the best of seasons for them so far, but coming into this game, it was 4 unbeaten. What do you take away from their performance today?
Well, I think that, again, we were talking about Sevilla improving on their team. I think that in defense, you could see that it was an advantage. I think that Kike made a fantastic job bringing 3 centre-backs with the help of Ocampos and Navas. I don't see why Ocampo was so deep into the left side, because in the end, he's a player who needs to help in attack. Today, we didn't see much on that. We got this Romero, we got Nasir that didn't get involved into the game. So in the end, you miss a little bit of Sevilla trying to find the 3 points. It was all about trying to defend well, and well, that's why Sevilla is right now fighting to be away from the relegation spots.
Can I say something? Sevilla came here today just for a point. They did not come here to play football. 11 players just in the box, just defending, nothing else. Again, what Sevilla does, that's not relevant for Real Madrid. Why Real Madrid struggle? They also have their own reasons that I'll explain later.
We mentioned in the pregame, and it's a conversation that we've had now about Real Madrid for a while, and that they're doing just enough to win games. And I mean just enough. And in a season is made of many moments. But once you get closer towards the end, the moments become, in this case, magnified. Not VAR magnified, but magnified because of the importance of the situation. The save by Lunin when the game is 0-0. And how does that change the nature of the game? And how does that change the outcome of this match? So we won't focus on it. But Lunin makes a save, gives the game 0-0, and you still feel like at some point Real Madrid is going to do something. So there are 2 moments in this game. The save by Lunin and the moment of brilliance by Luka Modric coming off the bench. And that defines the game and decides the game for Real Madrid. And that's all it takes for Real Madrid. But again, it's confirmation of something we have been saying. They're doing just enough. And just enough equals 3 points. 3 points equal, we're not talking about, Barcelona are catching up. We're not having this conversation. We're not having this talk about pressure. We're not talking about the players that are missing. We're talking about Real Madrid continuing to dominate La Liga.
Yes, sometimes you just have to do just enough to win a La Liga title. Here's the thing. You can't play 100% every match. That's impossible. Besides, when we are criticizing our team, we're also overlooking some of the weakness we have this season. For example, injuries. How many injuries this Real Madrid team have? That's impossible to count. So when you have so many injuries, I'll take just enough result from my team. Anyway, so tactically, we have to discuss a lot of points today. First of all, overall performance that I already pointed out, that it's not that exciting. It was kind of predictable, you can say. We did not have that dynamic movement. We were having so many unnecessary touches, short passes, no clear-cut vertical passes, which is we should have done better. Besides Rodrigo playing in the center, it feels like man versus boy. Like Rodrigo versus Sevilla defenders is a mismatch. Alongside with that, whenever we're attacking from the wing, say left or right, many players have to make ground in the center, right? So you have multiple options. That was not there today. So here's what we could have done better today. For example, as games goes on, we've seen what Sevilla is going to do. They're just here to defend. They don't have much attacking threat, right? So given that, what we could have done, instead of playing Fede so deep, especially in first half, we could say, Fede, make a run in the middle, make a run in the center. We would have more opportunities. In fact, he has done that in second half, and when we have created a few chances. Additionally, today, I felt we are making a lot of individual try, like so many individual runs. They're solo runs. When you play, sometimes you have to look for your teammates. Make a pass rather than trying yourself. Now, when it comes to man of the match, it has to look it up because he scored a beautiful stunner goal and the only winning goal for us. So, even at this age, I told you, I think in one of the video that yes, Luka is not the best player when it comes to starting lineup. But when it comes to making an impact, he will make some damage in this season. Being said that the best player for me today was none other than Lunin. I mean, Lunin is making some insane saves that I am scared to say that even when Courtois is back, it's not going to be easy to replace Lunin. So when it comes to Rodrigo's performance today, I'm not going to blame him entirely because it's not entirely his fault. The way team is set up, this is not his best position. Let's be honest. When a team are really physical and they have multiple players, like 5 or 6 players in their backline, and when you have Rodrigo, it's impossible. And when it comes to midfield, Fede, Cruz, and Chomini, I'd say they were solid. Anyway, let me know what did you think about our performance today.